All right, fellas, week 9 recap video. So jumping into the GOAT and the WOAT this week, the GOAT was Joe's team, 43 points from Brock Bowers, fresh off the injury. So he's all the way back. Then a 31-point game out of Justin Herbert. Did have 0 points from Kayshon Boutte, who got hurt early in the game, but just an overall low-scoring week for the league. So that's enough to bring home the GOAT for this week. And the WOAT for this week was Grayson's team. Grayson's had a rough back-to-back weeks. Not much to say other than his team is just not playing well overall. One bright spot, though, is Trey McBride has looked really good with Jacoby Brissett, who looks to be the starter moving forward for the Cardinals. Jumping into the first matchup, Tim takes down my team. Just right on average performance there for Tim. Did lose Tucker Kraft for the season, though, with the ACL. So that is a bit of a hole for Tim's team moving forward. And then for my team basically performed also right on projection, except Mahomes had 0 touchdowns and James Cook got tackled 3 times the 1-yard line. Moving on to that second matchup, Kurt takes down Grayson's team. Already touched on Grayson's team, but for Kurt's team, you'd like to see a little bit more out of Dak Prescott, but he did get a big game out of Kyle Monangai and is able to take the win home versus Grayson. That third matchup, Alex takes down Colt. Alex was a very solid week for his team. Everyone basically performed up to standard except Jonathan Taylor, who had a rare bad game with 7 points. And for Colt's team, did suffer a big injury to Jaden Daniels. And then also DK Metcalf had a bit of a rough game. In that fourth matchup, Cluss takes down Maga Kitchens. Maga Kitchens gets back Lamar. Lamar doesn't miss a beat. And then for Cluss teams, Drake London had a bit of a legacy game, 3-touchdown game for Drake London against the Patriots. In that last matchup, already touched on Joe. And for Sam, he got 0 points out of his RB2 spot and just continues to not be able to put big weeks together. So looking at the top 4 spots there, myself, Alex, Cal, and Joe, all tied at 6 and 3. And the next 5 positions, all tied at 4 and 5. And then down there at the bottom, basically locked up last place at 1 and 8. Still 5 games to go, so it's possible that someone goes on a pretty big skid here, but someone would have to basically lose out, and Sam would pretty much have to have a winning record for the rest of the way to get out of last place. But this is probably the closest I've ever seen this league through 9 weeks. I mean, 1st to 9th place is only 2 games, so should have a nice little home stretch here. Looking at the waiver results, I don't think there's anything here noteworthy. Waivers have just been pretty dull this year. There's really only been Gadsden, Dowdle, and Quentin Johnston earlier in the year. Otherwise, waivers really haven't provided that many big players, at least that I can think of off the top of my head. Looking at the upcoming matchups this week, all the 6 and 3 teams play a 4 and 5 team. Basically all big games there. And then that other matchup is the brothers. So got a good slate of games here. And like I said, should be a really, really close finish here down the stretch for buys, playoff spots, everything. So that's all I have for this recap video, and the power rankings video will be out on Friday. So thank you guys.